Friends, I'm addressing you today from the catchment of one of the beautiful dams in the water-rich state of Kerala. Here we are in the month of January and see how far the water has receded. The catchment is so dry that I've never seen it before in this state, in a water-rich state like Kerala. This reminds me, Apova idagum sarvam vishwa bhutani abha, pranava abha. Everything in this world is made up of water, says the Vedas. And hence we do need to protect our waters. As you probably know, about 60 million people around the world are affected by drought situations now. And what experts say is that about 1.5 billion, that's about 20% of the world population, will be under drought situations before very long. So worldwide, that is the magnitude of the problem that we are facing on water. Now, a lot has been said about lack of rains and non-availability of water for irrigation and for drinking and all this, and how each one of us, we can contribute to save water. A lot has been said. I am here today with you to put a slightly different perspective on the water consumption pattern. So let's look at, even though we can all contribute to save water, really what needs to be done to make water available for humanity and for all creatures. What is it that needs to be done? All right, let's take close the tap. You don't use the shower. You use water from a bucket. You conserve water at your home. Don't waste it. Don't leave the taps running. All right, these things we all can do individually. A lot of effort has been put. A lot of talk has gone into that direction. But what I would like to point out is that water as a resource in our country is in the ownership of the state, and it is distributed by our municipal corporations. So if anyone needs to conserve water in bulk, in large volumes that matter, it is our state and our municipal corporations that need to do that. They are the ones who would be responsible for saving water. Do you know that from the source of water, which is a beautiful dam catchment like this, the water would go into water treatment plants, gets treated, and then it gets pumped into our towns for water distribution. So from the treatment plant, it goes to overhead storage tanks, and from there they typically get distributed further. Now from the source, just going into the water treatment plant, and from water treatment plant to our overhead tanks, based on the measurements that we have carried out for many municipalities around our country, I am able to observe for you that the losses amount to 30 to 40% of the water that is taken out from the reservoir. So a whopping 30 to 40% of water has disappeared by the time it has reached your overhead tank. And from there now it has to get dissipated into the network through the water distribution system. And then of course you have all the leakage losses and everything that comes through the homes, your taps and everything. And at that tail end only we have been generally we are talking about saving water. Now all the way up to the transmission system, you are losing 30 to 40% water every day, and that amounts to very, very substantial losses. And this is what I am trying to say, that our municipalities and our governments have to get concerned, they have to get active, and they have to save. Now it would be an interesting observation for you, who doesn't love history? We are a country with great history. Now you will be interested to know that we have pipes in our water infrastructure which go back to 1920s. So this is the age of, we can be proud that our infrastructure has lasted for so long. But we also face the challenge now of the significant losses through the network. And this is what I'm saying, our municipal corporations and our governments have to get active. And also bear in mind, our industries are a major consumer of water. Traditionally, water has been made available for the industry at very subsidized rate, and it gets consumed generously without any concern about the losses from the fire hydrants or from the other utility consumers within the industry. Now the industry as well needs to get conscious, and everyone has to audit their water consumption, record it, measure it, because if it is not measured clearly it cannot be controlled. So if you want to control your water distribution and to minimize your losses, you do need to measure your water now accurately. With the inbuilt administrative challenges involved in the municipal and government administrations, how can the nation actually go about realizing substantial savings of water? Now, obviously, needless to say, it has to become a matter of national priority, a matter of great passion, as much as supporting the military of our country. That's a passion for us. Like this, saving water ought to be a national passion. Everyone should be committed to that. And perhaps our governments should record regularly their water consumption patterns through the months, through the seasons, summertime, wintertime. How much water are they consuming? How much are they losing? At what pressure is the water being distributed? Now, these things, our state governments must be motivated to record in a nationwide policy. Now, perhaps what is the order of the day is a web portal that allows each panchayat, each and every municipality, each and every state water authority for that matter, to record their water consumption patterns, to record their losses at the moment, and then to progressively let them record with audited reports as to what they are doing, how much effort, where they are saving water, how they negligence, leakages, unauthorized use of water, these NRW, non-revenue water as they say in our language, how this is reduced. The users, the municipalities, the owners can be asked to report on a portal, and these, for the heroes who are really the lifesavers on our land, who are actually saving water in bulk, they should be recognized, they should be honored. The nation should be proud of them as much as we are of our military personnel who are protecting our borders, people who keep us with sufficient water and who will help us to survive the summer months also deserve the recognition from the nation. So we perhaps through a portal and by periodic review, the best performing infrastructure, the best performing corporations and industry can be recognized, and they can be given benefits from the central government in terms of taking care of the water infrastructure. So this could potentially be a way forward. Historically as well, just as a matter of conclusion, let me say that most of you may remember the times when clean water was flowing like this in open water bodies in our rivers, and you had dirty water almost unseen dissipating below ground, hardly anything visible. But look at today's scenario. You go to any of our cities, you don't see clean water at all. It is all going through buried pipes and leaking into the ground. But what do you see in plenty? You see a lot of wastewater draining in open channels in plenty. Now, this complete shift in our attitude of enclosing the clean water and allowing the drain water to flow because it's of no use to us could well be the root cause. So perhaps as well what we need is total treatment of the wastewater and then reuse of the treated water, because water is no longer a neglected commodity in our land. God has perhaps reached the limit of his tolerance for our negligence. Now the onus is on us to take care of our water and make it available for us and for all creatures, and make sure that we don't end up wasting and polluting and harming our environment. We end up conserving. So a movement along the lines of Swachh Bharat, which goes to show how much we are maintaining our water, how much we are losing water, a movement of that sort with recognition and rewards is perhaps what the nation requires now. And in conclusion, as a matter of attitude for the young generation, we have come through a generation when we go to kindergarten, the first thing we learn is rain, rain, go away. We wanted the rains to stay away so that we could come out and play. Now the rains keep staying away, we don't have enough water. So culturally the thinking should change. Rain, rain, go away should go away. And we should save water. We should sing from kindergarten stage. Sing praises of rain, cherish the water that is available to us. Enjoy the clean water resources that we have. Treat responsibly the dirty water that we have. Last but not the least, measure and use wisely. Otherwise, we don't even know what we are wasting. And that is a sad state of our country. अच्छे दिन के लिए अच्छा पानी बहुत ही ज़रूरी है. Thank you, my friends. All the best. Please go along and conserve water as best you can. Anybody in the government departments watching, namaste. Please help to save the water. We are already, we are only in the month of January, and you can see the catchment of a river here. Absolutely nearly dry. Maybe a third of the capacity only available in the dam. It is time to act responsibly, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly take care. Thanks for the time. All the best.